Santiago, and today we're back in the kitchen. And don't change that channel because I'm in front of a stove. Yes, this is the real Raw Food Muscle channel, okay guys? So I'm going to be making you guys a different dish today. Some of you guys have been asking me what we make when we're not eating something raw, okay? So for all you guys who are going to be doing the 30-day challenge and who aren't going to be 100% raw, this is a healthy alternative, okay? So today what I'll be making is some quinoa, super yummy, awesome. And this is going to be basically 2 to 1. So we got 1 cup of quinoa and we got 2 cups of water already in the pot here. Alright, so the only thing I'm doing with this is that I'm working with a teaspoon here, and I'm going to be adding half of my teaspoon of the Celtic sea salt into the water, and then I'm going to add the other half at the end, okay, because I want to make sure I get the flavors mixed in there really nicely. So what I got here is some quinoa. It's already been rinsed out and everything, so it's ready to go. And so all you're going to do is just pour all the quinoa in the pot, just like that. And let me just go ahead and stir it around just a little bit, kind of separate it out. You guys are probably like, oh my god, he's going to turn on the fire. Yes, I'm going to turn on the fire. Alright, so what I'm going to do is crank this up on high for now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it come to a complete boil, and then after it comes to a complete boil, I'm going to cover it up and then bring it down to a simmer, okay? And I'm going to probably cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes. So it's not going to take that long. It's really quick and simple and easy, and it's going to be extremely yummy. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this and we're going to mix it with some raw garden vegetables. So that way, you know, not the whole thing has to be completely cooked, okay? This is an extremely yummy dish, and it's considered a complete protein. Now, of course, yes, we're cooking it, so, you know, how complete is it going to be? But it's still healthy, okay? So we're going to do this, and we'll come right back. Okay, as you can see, now it's coming at a full boil. So I'm just going to stir it a little bit just to make sure everything's looking good in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover it up, and I'm going to simmer it down, or put the fire down to a low temperature all the way down. Okay, so we're going to keep this on for, like I said, about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so while that's being cooked, what I'm doing right now is just preparing some of the vegetables I'm going to be adding to the quinoa. And over here what I have is some tomatoes diced up, and some, well, this is a Roma tomato, this is a zebra tomato, and then we have over here some diced up cucumbers. So all I'm doing is just, you know, cutting it up into little cubes, nothing too fancy. And then, like this one, this is one of my favorite tomatoes. I love my zebra tomatoes, and like I said, this came from my own garden. And I try to mix my zebras with anything and everything I possibly can, because these guys are just so much full of flavor that whatever you mix with it, it's just going to just, you know, extremely throw it over the top. I don't know what it is about these zebras, but they're just so yummy. Alright, so that's all pretty much done. And over here, what I have is some kale. This is just some leftover kale that we had a salad with. And so what I'm doing is just taking the kale, and I'm just going to kind of just dice it up also, as much as I can. And turn it. Yeah, you want to be careful when you're working with knives. And that's pretty much it. So now it's nicely cut up, so that way I can just add it directly into the mix when everything is done. Okay? So while that's cooking, we're gonna once it's done, we're gonna put it all together and see how yummy it's gonna be. So we'll be right back. Okay, guys. So we're all done, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull this top off. And the way you look to make sure that it's done is when you pull it back from the bottom, all the water should be pretty much evaporated, okay? and that's when you know it's done. Now that we're done, I went ahead and turned off the fire, and we're just going to let this cool off for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to put everything together. Okay guys, so now we're back, and everything is complete. The quinoa is cooked, and now what I'm going to do is just add some of the fresh vegetables in here. So I got some of the kale. I'm going to go ahead and drizzle some of that in there. I got some of my cucumbers. I'm going to put some of that in there. And I got some Roma tomatoes. Love the Romas. And then last but not least, the zebras. Okay? And as you can see, I mean, look at all the awesome colors. I mean, this is just awesome. And all I'm doing is just mixing it all up so that all the flavors get mixed in there. Okay? And I think we're all set to go. Let me go ahead and give it a little taste. I'll tell you, y'all ain't never seen me eat something cooked before. This is the first time you see me eat something cooked. So now you've been asking me what I eat that's not raw. You're looking at it, okay? Now this is a good alternative if you're gonna have something cooked, okay? So even though the quinoa is cooked, you still got some fresh raw greens in there, and believe me, it's still extremely nutritious. It's yummy, and you got some living enzymes in there to help digest the food as you eat it. So, all right, guys, I hope you like this recipe. Try it out if any of you guys are doing the cook stuff. All right, let me know what you think, and I'll see y'all next time on the Raw Food Muscle.